What is up, gamers, and welcome back to PS5 Nexus. The news cycle is absolutely on fire this week, and we've got some absolutely massive updates that you do not want to miss. From game-changing hardware to surprise content drops, we're diving headfirst into everything you need to know to stay ahead of the curve. Get ready, because the future of gaming is here, and it's more exciting than ever. We're talking about the gear that will push your PS5 to its limits, unexpected freebies that will blow your mind, and revivals of legendary franchises that are set to redefine your expectations. Stick around, because this is the essential intel you've been waiting for, delivered with the high-energy, no-fluff approach you expect from PS5 Nexus. Let's get this party started. First up, we're tackling the very foundation of your next-gen experience. If you've ever felt like your PS5 wasn't quite living up to its full potential, you're not alone. We're breaking down the absolute best gaming monitors that will unlock the true power of your console in 2025. Forget those compromises. This is about experiencing games the way they were meant to be seen, with stunning visuals and buttery smooth performance. Then, prepare for a surprise that has the gaming community buzzing. Ubisoft has dropped a massive, free content update for a beloved title, and it's hitting all platforms. We've got all the details on what's new, where it's set, and why this is a must-download for any fan. This is the kind of news that makes you want to boot up your console immediately. Next, a legendary franchise is making a triumphant return, getting a complete overhaul that blends classic action with modern design. We're talking about deep combat, expansive exploration, and a visual style that is absolutely breathtaking. Get ready to be blown away by the revival of a true icon. And finally, we're heading into space with a deep dive into a classic anime that's been given new life as a PS5 adventure. Is it a faithful adaptation? Does the gameplay hit the mark? We've got the full review, covering everything from the story to the combat. You won't want to miss this. Before we jump into all that, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to PS5 Nexus for all your gaming news, and ring that notification bell so you never miss an update. Let's go. Unlock your PS5's true potential. The ultimate 2025 monitor guide. When you first hooked up your PlayStation 5, the anticipation for next-gen gaming was palpable. Promises of lightning-fast load times, stunning ray tracing, and buttery-smooth frame rates filled the air. However, for many, the reality fell short, often due to a crucial component: the display. An older standard monitor can hamstring the PS5's capabilities, making even iconic characters like Spider-Man feel sluggish and dulling the vibrant graphics that the console is capable of producing. Online competitions can feel unfair, with every missed frame and every hint of input lag costing precious victory. This disconnect between console power and display limitations is a common pitfall for gamers. Investing in a high-end console without a complementary display is akin to buying a sports car and leaving it in the garage. Its potential remains untapped. The wrong monitor can result in choppy gameplay, washed-out HDR visuals, and input lag that directly impacts performance, turning an immersive experience into a frustrating one. For those who prioritize breathtaking visuals and fluid gameplay, the monitor is not just an accessory. It's as integral to the experience as the console itself. This deep dive focuses on identifying the best gaming monitors for the PS5 in 2025, drawing from hands-on experience, rigorous testing methodologies, and honest, unbiased opinions. Acknowledging that perfection isn't always the goal, and that real-world usage can involve minor imperfections, this guide aims to provide practical, gamer-centric advice, eschewing machine-generated perfection for genuine insight. Unlike reviews influenced by sponsorships, this selection is based on personal investment, testing, and prolonged use of these devices. Past experiences with monitors that overpromised on 4K HDR, while delivering lackluster colors and unacceptable input lag, have fueled a commitment to brutal honesty. Each monitor has been subjected to real gaming sessions, direct comparisons, and thorough spec checks, focusing on refresh rates, HDMI 2.1 support, and HDR capabilities. The objective is to provide a clear, no-nonsense guide that cuts through the marketing jargon. The selection criteria prioritized: HDMI 2.1. essential for achieving the coveted 4K resolution at 120 Hz, unlocking the PS5's full visual and performance potential. Refresh rate. A high refresh rate, particularly 120 Hz, is crucial for achieving the fluid motion and responsiveness that defines next-gen gaming. HDR performance. This involves evaluating the depth of blacks, the brilliance of highlights, and the accuracy of color reproduction for a truly dynamic visual experience. Input lag and response time. Critical for fast-paced genres like shooters and racing games, where split-second reactions determine success. Build quality and ergonomics, ensuring comfort and durability for extended gaming sessions. Testing involved a diverse range of PS5 titles, from high-octane shooters like Call of Duty to visually rich adventures like Horizon Forbidden West and demanding racing simulators where motion clarity is paramount. The LG OLED Flex 42-inch stands out as a monitor seemingly crafted with the PS5 in mind. Its unique bendable OLED panel allows users to switch between a completely flat display for general use and a curved configuration for unparalleled gaming immersion. Key features include full HDMI 2.1 support, enabling 4K resolution at a 120 Hz refresh rate with variable refresh rate, VRR, for tier-free gaming. The OLED panel itself provides infinite contrast, perfect blacks, and exceptional HDR capabilities. Furthermore, its ability to adjust screen size down to 27 inches for competitive play adds a layer of versatility. With exceptionally low input lag, it caters to both casual enthusiasts and serious competitors. For gamers who appreciate cinematic experiences, this monitor brings virtual worlds to life with its vibrant visuals. In competitive scenarios, the rapid response time and VRR integration minimize screen tearing and stuttering, providing a smoother, more responsive experience. The primary benefits include its adaptable screen format, support for 4K at 120 Hz via HDMI 2.1, outstanding HDR, and minimal input lag. However, its premium price point and the inherent risk of OLED burn-in with prolonged static image display are considerations. The Sony INZONE M9 is another strong contender, designed with PlayStation users as a primary audience, making it a natural fit for the PS5. This 27-inch 4K monitor boasts HDMI 2.1 ports capable of handling 120 Hz gaming smoothly. Its full-array local dimming technology enhances HDR performance, and its design aesthetically aligns with the PlayStation's signature look. A significant advantage for PS5 owners is its integration with console features like auto HDR tone mapping, simplifying setup and optimizing visual output without extensive manual tweaking. Its compact size is ideal for desk setups where space is a constraint. Gamers benefit from the streamlined setup and optimized visuals thanks to features like auto HDR mapping. The monitor delivers 4K resolution at 120 Hz via HDMI 2.1 and provides good HDR performance with local dimming. Its sleek, PS5-inspired aesthetic is also a plus. The main drawbacks are its smaller screen size compared to larger alternatives and local dimming that, while good, doesn't quite reach the contrast levels of OLED technology. It represents a balanced option, excelling in design, performance, and PS5-specific optimizations. For those seeking excellent value without compromising on essential features, the Gigabyte M32U presents a compelling case. This 32-inch 4K monitor is equipped with HDMI 2.1 ports, supporting 120 Hz gaming at its native resolution. Its IPS panel ensures good color accuracy and wide viewing angles. Additional gaming enhancements include features like Black Equalizer, which aids in spotting enemies in darker environments, and an on-screen dashboard for monitoring system statistics. Gamers looking for a balance between budget and performance will find this monitor hits the sweet spot, with its larger screen size contributing to a more immersive experience, particularly for single-player titles. The Gigabyte M32U offers a 32-inch 4K display with HDMI 2.1 support and 120 Hz capability with VRR. It is notably more affordable than OLED options and includes useful built-in gaming tools. However, its HDR performance is not as robust as OLED displays, and its physical design is somewhat bulkier. It serves as a great all-around choice for gamers prioritizing solid performance at a more accessible price point. In summary, the LG OLED Flex 42-inch offers unmatched visuals and flexibility, making it the best overall. The Sony INZONE M9 is the best premium value, providing PS5 optimization and a sleek design. For the budget-conscious, the Gigabyte M32U is the best budget-friendly option, delivering strong specifications at a fair price. When selecting the ideal PS5 gaming monitor, key factors include HDMI 2.1 support for 4K/120Hz, screen size for immersion versus sharpness, HDR quality, OLED or local dimming, response time and input lag for competitive play, the balance between price and longevity, and ergonomic features like adjustable stands. A pro tip for gamers: prioritize OLED for cinematic games and focus on speed and low input lag for esports. Essential questions addressed include the necessity of HDMI 2.1 for 120Hz, the viability of PC monitors with PS5, the risk of OLED burn-in, ideal screen sizes, and the difference between monitors and TVs. But that's just the beginning of what's happening in the gaming world. We've got even more exciting news coming your way, including a surprise freebie that's set to shake things up. Assassin's Creed Mirage gets surprise-free DLC. Explore ancient Saudi Arabia. In a move that has delighted fans across all platforms, Ubisoft recently unveiled a surprise announcement: free downloadable content for Assassin's Creed Mirage. This unexpected reveal follows earlier rumors from January, which were initially met with skepticism. However, Ubisoft has now officially confirmed that Mirage, released 2 years prior, will be receiving substantial new content at no cost to players. The original French publication that first hinted at new content suggested a partnership with a Saudi Arabian wealth fund was the driving force behind the planned DLC. While Ubisoft remained tight-lipped about these reports at the time, the newly announced content confirms the rumors, with the new setting being none other than Saudi Arabia. The upcoming DLC promises to introduce a fresh narrative chapter and a series of new missions. These will be set in the historically significant region of Al Ula, a real-life ancient city located in Saudi Arabia, renowned for its UNESCO World Heritage Site status. This setting offers a unique backdrop for the game's signature stealth and action gameplay, transporting players to a pivotal moment in history. Ubisoft has kept the finer details under wraps, but has indicated that the DLC will also incorporate various gameplay improvements for the base game. Crucially, all of this new content, including the new story chapter and enhancements, will be available completely free of charge for all Assassin's Creed Mirage players. The release is slated for later in 2025. Given that we are approaching the latter part of the year, this suggests a release in the coming months. Considering the timing, a release in October to coincide with the 2-year anniversary of Assassin's Creed, Mirage's original launch seems highly probable. This would be a fitting celebration for a game that has garnered a dedicated following since its debut. The prospect of exploring a new historical setting within the Assassin's Creed universe, coupled with base game improvements, makes this a highly anticipated addition for the player base. The announcement was accompanied by a social media post from Ubisoft, stating, "Assassin's Creed Mirage players, we have a surprise coming your way later this year. New story chapter and missions set in 9th century Al Ula, gameplay improvements for the base game and the new location, all for free. Stay tuned." This message effectively conveys the excitement and generosity of the upcoming update, generating considerable buzz within the gaming community. The inclusion of Al Ula, a city steeped in history and cultural significance, promises to offer a fresh perspective and engaging new challenges for players. This free DLC represents a significant gesture from Ubisoft, rewarding the loyalty of its player base and extending the life of Assassin's Creed Mirage. The focus on a historically rich and previously unexplored region within the franchise's lore is particularly exciting. Players are eagerly awaiting further details regarding the specific gameplay mechanics and narrative elements that will be introduced in this new Saudi Arabian setting. But the surprises don't stop there. We're also diving into a legendary franchise that's getting a bold new direction, blending classic combat with modern Metroidvania exploration. You won't want to miss this revival. Shinobi, Art of Vengeance, a razor-sharp revival of a legendary franchise. Following the successful revitalization of Sega's classic beat-em-up series with Streets of Rage 4, the talented Paris-based studio Lizard Cube has once again delved into Sega's esteemed catalog. This time, they've traded in their trusty lead pipes for a gleaming katana, delivering Shinobi, Art of Vengeance. This title is a masterful reboot that seamlessly fuses the series' signature swordplay and platforming with the intricate exploration elements of the Metroidvania genre, propelling the long-running Shinobi saga in an exciting and innovative new direction. The game commences with a cataclysmic assault on the Aburo clan village, orchestrated by an advanced force of high-tech ninjas led by the enigmatic Ruse. With his homeland in ruins and his comrades transformed into stone, the legendary ninja Joe Musashi embarks on a relentless quest for vengeance. His journey is a global odyssey, taking him through a dazzling neon metropolis, desolate desert ruins baked under the sun, majestic Japanese pagodas reaching for the sky, a clandestine bioweapons facility, and numerous other diverse locales. Each environment is densely populated with adversaries to defeat and hidden secrets waiting to be unearthed. While Shinobi, Art of Vengeance might not be a narrative masterpiece, its compelling characters, pixel-perfect gameplay mechanics, and undeniable style more than compensate. The experience offered is more than sufficient motivation to cut a swathe through legions of ninjas, soldiers, and grotesque mutants across a worldwide rampage. The true heart of the game, however, lies in its gameplay, specifically its combat system. For those familiar with 1993's Shinobi III, Return of the Ninja Master on the Sega Genesis, the controls will feel immediately intuitive. Shinobi, Art of Vengeance boasts similarly responsive controls, allowing players to effortlessly cleave through enemies with their katana, hurl kunai to dispatch distant foes, and execute precise spinning double jumps to navigate vertical spaces. The iconic downward kick makes a welcome return, delivering the same satisfying impact when delivered to an enemy's skull as it did over 3 decades ago. Building upon this familiar foundation, Shinobi, Art of Vengeance elevates the combat into a more profound and rewarding experience. The gameplay emphasizes intricate combos and enemy juggling to maintain constant pressure on opponents. By chaining together light and heavy slashes, kicks, and aerial maneuvers, players can unleash devastating barrages of attacks that are as visually spectacular as they are effective. As players engage enemies, particularly with heavy slashes and kunai, they gradually fill an execution gauge. Once this gauge is full, a kanji symbol appears above the enemy's head, signaling an opportunity for a brutal, instant kill. Executing this finisher, triggered by pressing L1 and R1 simultaneously, results in a glorious shower of blood and a satisfying takedown. The ability to chain these finishers across multiple enemies simultaneously provides an exhilarating way to clear entire groups of foes in a spectacular display of gore, gold, and health pickups. Executing a finisher on 5 enemies consecutively remains a consistently thrilling experience, serving as a bloody punctuation mark to each encounter and a clever nod to the 2002 Shinobi reboot, adding another layer of depth to the already rich combat mechanics of Art of Vengeance. With the addition of unlockable abilities, including powerful ninpo attacks and screen-clearing ninjutsu techniques, the combat system is designed to reward mastery and continuously introduces new skills to expand the player's deadly repertoire. Complementing the sublime reimagined combat is the game's exploration component. Breaking away from its arcade roots, Shinobi, Art of Vengeance replaces linear levels with expansive, exploration-focused stages accessible via a world map. Each area is packed with hidden items such as amulets that enhance abilities, collectible sword parts, alternate costumes, and special techniques, rewarding thorough exploration and revisits. Throughout these stages, players will encounter obstacles that require specific tools to overcome, like grappling points or energy barriers, which are acquired gradually, in true Metroidvania fashion. These upgrades enhance movement capabilities and unlock access to previously unreachable areas, encouraging players to backtrack and uncover missed secrets. Exploration extends beyond treasure hunting. Hidden within each map are Anku rifts, mysterious dimensional portals leading to challenging trials that yield valuable rewards. Furthermore, each main stage features 3 encounters with elite squads, formidable groups of enemies whose defeat grants permanent upgrades to core abilities. This synthesis of exploration, combat, and progression creates a pure ninja experience that rewards curiosity, skill, and perseverance. The game also excels in its fan service, with Lizard Cube demonstrating a deep understanding and appreciation for the Shinobi franchise's history. Each level is replete with references and Easter eggs from earlier titles. Familiar elements, such as the distinctive dweeby kids from the original arcade game and neon billboards advertising Sega consoles in Neo City, are present. Iconic enemies, including hopping brains and gooey zombies from Shinobi III, reappear. Notably, the game includes 2 bonus stages directly inspired by Shinobi III, featuring a wolf riding sequence and a rocket-powered surfboard segment. While these callbacks are welcome, they lack the polish of the main game, with the surfboard controls feeling sluggish and the absence of the original's iconic dropkick diminishing their impact. Visually, Shinobi, Art of Vengeance is a triumph. High-resolution sprites burst with vibrant detail, bringing every environment, enemy, and animation framed to life. The presentation of Joe Musashi and his adversaries is a thrill for longtime fans, with boss encounters being particularly spectacular, featuring large-scale battles with explosive effects and vivid colors. The soundtrack, a collaboration between T-Lopes and Yuzo Koshiro, is equally impressive, delivering an electrifying score that perfectly complements the action and atmosphere. Shinobi, Art of Vengeance offers a substantial and challenging adventure, providing approximately 15 hours of gameplay for thorough exploration, with unlockable modes like Arcade and Boss Rush adding further replayability. It stands as a testament to Lizard Cube's ability to revive beloved Sega properties for the modern era, delivering crisp, combo-driven combat and fluid platforming. It is a spectacular evolution for the series, available on PS5, PS4, Xbox, and PC. But the action doesn't stop there. We're also taking a trip to the stars with a classic anime getting a faithful PS5 adaptation. Is it worth your time? We've got the full review. Space Adventure Cobra, The Awakening, a faithful love letter to classic anime. The question of whether 2025 is the opportune moment for an adaptation of the classic 1983 Space Cobra anime might be debatable. But the existence of Space Adventure Cobra, The Awakening, is undeniably a cause for celebration. This PS5 title serves as a heartfelt and faithful tribute to the iconic sci-fi action show, immersing players in its unique universe with challenging gameplay and authentic clips from the beloved television series. For fans of the original anime, this adaptation is a guaranteed hit. Upon commencing the story mode, players are immediately struck by the game's dedication to authenticity. It meticulously recreates the first 12 episodes of the anime, seamlessly integrating clips from the series to ensure that even newcomers can grasp the narrative and follow the unfolding events. This faithful approach makes the experience feel complete, even though it only adapts roughly a third of the entire show. While a more extensive adaptation covering more episodes would have been welcome, the depth and detail provided for the chosen arcs, primarily focusing on the 3 sisters and the ultimate weapon, ensure a satisfying and coherent experience. The gameplay mechanics are equally loyal to the source material, faithfully translating Cobra's signature abilities into interactive combat. Players wield his versatile psycho gun to dispatch enemies, utilize his trusty Colt Python to shatter enemy shields, and employ melee attacks for close-quarters encounters. The combat system is exceptionally fun and polished. Similar to recent Metroid titles, the game allows players to stand still to carefully aim their shots, a mechanic that enhances precision. The charge shot ability, capable of taking down multiple enemies simultaneously, and the screen-clearing special attack are particularly satisfying to use, adding a dynamic layer to the combat. Where the game occasionally falters is in its platforming segments. While a grappling hook is provided, its implementation can feel awkward at times, particularly when attempting to propel through the air. Some of the more demanding boss fights require constant air dashing to evade attacks, presenting a learning curve that players must overcome. Despite these minor imperfections, the platforming is generally competent, and players will likely adapt to its nuances with practice. Space Adventure Cobra, the Awakening is brimming with charm and accessibility, offering 3 distinct difficulty levels that cater to gamers of all skill sets. Even on the standard difficulty, the game presents a significant challenge, but the frequent checkpoint system ensures that progress is maintained, transforming potential frustration into a rewarding test of skill. Adding to the game's replayability is a 2-player co-op mode, which offers a fun cooperative heist experience. While it functions more as a novelty in its current form, it highlights a promising concept that could be further explored in a potential sequel. Whether you are a seasoned player of action platformers or a devoted fan of the Cobra universe, Space Adventure Cobra, The Awakening offers a wealth of enjoyable content. Although it covers only the initial 12 episodes and concludes with the Ultimate Weapon arc, the hope for a sequel that completes the narrative is strong, especially considering the anime's extensive 31-episode run and its increasingly wild trajectory. With its excellent presentation and faithful recreation of the anime's spirit, this game is a genuine treat for fans of the show. Disclosure: the publisher provided a digital copy for the PS5 review. The reviewed version was 1001000. And that wraps up our news for today. But before you go, we've got a quick recap of all the biggest stories and a call to action you won't want to miss. And that's a wrap on today's news. We covered the essential monitors to maximize your PS5 in 2025, a surprise free DLC drop for Assassin's Creed Mirage, the epic revival of the Shinobi series, and a faithful anime adaptation with Space Adventure Cobra. If you enjoyed this high-energy rundown, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to PS5 Nexus for all your gaming updates, ring that notification bell so you never miss a video, leave a comment with your thoughts on these stories, and follow us on all our social media channels to stay connected. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.